How do you destroy a 158-year-old empire in a single weekend? On September 15th, 2008, the world woke up to the impossible. Lehman Brothers was dead, the fourth largest investment bank in America, with over $600 billion in assets, had filed for the largest bankruptcy in U.S. history. Markets around the globe went into cardiac arrest. The Dow plunged 500 points. Credit markets froze, and a housing downturn morphed into a global financial near-death experience. But here's the thing. Lehman's collapse wasn't a surprise. It was the inevitable crash of a system rewired for greed, where profit was privatized and risk was socialized. Every empire falls the same way. Slowly, then all at once. And this one started falling long before 2008. Founded in 1850, Lehman Brothers survived wars, depressions, and became a pillar of Wall Street. But by the 1980s, everything changed. Deregulation unleashed a new religion. Leverage. Borrow cheap, buy big, and ride the wave up. Lehman was reborn, not as a banker, but as a gambler, betting on real estate, derivatives, and anything that could be packaged and sold. Wall Street no longer existed to fund businesses that made things. It existed to make money from money. This led to the creation of mortgage-backed securities. The idea seemed brilliant. Bundle thousands of home loans into one product and sell slices to investors. It was financial alchemy turning debt into gold, except the gold was counterfeit. Banks were handing out mortgages to anyone. No income, no job, no problem. These risky loans were bundled, rated AAA, and sold as safe investments. It was a pyramid scheme disguised as innovation, and Lehman Brothers was one of its architects. By 2007, Lehman had a leverage ratio of nearly 30-1. For every dollar it actually had, it was borrowing 30. That's not investing. It's financial Russian roulette. At the top was CEO Richard Fuld, a man who embodied the era's arrogance. He earned nearly $500 million, while the company's foundation rotted beneath him. When analysts warned the housing bubble was bursting, he brushed it off. When Bear Stearns collapsed, he insisted Lehman was different. He blamed rumors and short sellers, but the math didn't care about his confidence. By September 2008, the U.S. government had already rescued other firms. Lehman expected the same, but this time Washington said no. Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson declared the era of rescues was over, citing moral hazard. So, on that fateful weekend, Lehman was allowed to fail. Officials believed the system could absorb the shock. They were catastrophically wrong. When Lehman filed for bankruptcy, the financial world imploded. The global credit system, the plumbing that keeps money flowing, froze solid. Banks stopped trusting each other. But Lehman wasn't an outlier. It was the template. Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, they were all leveraged to the hilt. Lehman was just the first window to shatter. The illusion of safety was gone. And that's when the hypocrisy revealed itself. After letting Lehman die, the government bailed out everyone else. AIG got $182 billion. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley got access to emergency lending. It wasn't about principle. It was about power. Trillions in market value vanished. Millions of jobs were lost, and over 10 million Americans lost their homes. Yet, the people who caused it walked away rich. Richard Fuld faced no charges, no jail time, no accountability. This is the hidden legacy of Lehman Brothers, the institutionalization of failure. We call it capitalism, but it's risk socialism, profits for the few, losses for the public. The 2008 crash didn't lead to effects. It created a new playbook. Central banks flooded the world with cheap money, inflating stocks and real estate. The stock market doubled, while wages stagnated. Inequality exploded. The system learned that reality is optional. Every bubble since has followed the same rhythm: print, borrow, inflate, repeat. The global economy is now addicted to debt. The same patterns that triggered 2008 are everywhere again, only bigger. Lehman's fall wasn't just the failure of one firm, it was the moment the mask slipped. It revealed how fragile the system is and who it really works for. Understanding what happened is nostalgia, it's survival, because everything since has been built on that same blueprint. The illusion of control. the addiction to credit, and the quiet knowledge that someone else will always clean up the mess. If this gave you a new perspective, hit that subscribe button. History has the answers, and I'll show you where to look.